Good morning everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app and you can attempt quiz in this app and you can read detailed explanation. For revision PDF, please join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. We have started a new channel, Civils Academy. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. Recently, I have started a new series on this channel to solve questions of different government exams. Right now, we are solving the questions of Karnataka police exam. Now, let's start. What is the newborn mortality rate of India as per the SRS, that is Sample Registration System 2018? So, as per the latest data, it is 23 per 1000 live births. Recently, Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan released a detailed progress card on INAP targets. Now, what is INAP? It is India Newborn Action Plan targets. It is important to note that every year National Newborn Week is celebrated, and this time it was celebrated from 15th of November to 21st of November, and the theme was quality, equity and dignity for every newborn at health facility and everywhere. So this was the theme. Micro Irrigation Fund is created with which organization? So it is related to NABARD. What is NABARD? It is National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. So this Micro Irrigation Fund has been started by NABARD, and under this interest subvented loans are provided. That means loans at discounted interest rate are provided. And out of total loans provided under this initiative, maximum loans has been approved for Tamil Nadu. Recently, Tamil Nadu was in news because of cyclone Nivar. So, IMD, that is India Meteorological Department, has forecast this cyclone in the region of Bay of Bengal. That means on the eastern coast of India. And after cyclone Gaza, this is the second such cyclone in recent times. So, the name of the cyclone Nivar is given by Iran. Now, to monitor the situation of the cyclone, recently NCMC meeting was organized. What is NCMC? It is National Crisis Management Committee, and it is under MHA, that is Ministry of Home Affairs. And this National Crisis Management Committee is chaired by Cabinet Secretary. CCI, that is Competition Commission of India, has approved acquisition of Future Group by which company? So it is Reliance Retail. Actually, there is a dispute going on, and that's why it was in news again and again. So in simplest term, Reliance Retail decided to acquire Future Group, but Amazon was not happy with this deal. As per Amazon, there is existing agreement of non-compete between Amazon and Future Coupons. Now, what is the meaning of this term non-compete? It means you are not going to do business with my competitors. So, in that list, Reliance is mentioned. That means Amazon said that Future Group cannot do business with Reliance Group as it is competitor of Amazon. In simplest terms, this is the crux. Now, Reliance and Future Group decided to go ahead for this deal, and Amazon approached SIAC, that is Singapore International Arbitration Center, and this arbitration center issued a stay order. However, the Future Group and Reliance Group said that we are not going to follow this order because it is not as per Indian law. That means it is given by Singapore court and therefore it do not have any validity in our country. Then Amazon approached SEBI and Competition Commission of India that the order of Singapore International Arbitration Center should be followed by these two. Now CCI, that is Competition Commission of India, has approved the acquisition of Future Group. Seismic survey campaign is launched by which Indian company? So it has been launched by Indian Oil Limited, and recently Dharmendra Pradhan has inaugurated this seismic survey campaign by Indian Oil Limited. Dharmendra Pradhan is the Union Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas. So this survey will be conducted under Open Acreage Licensing Policy. Now please read about this Open Acreage Licensing Policy as well as about HELP, that is Hydrocarbon Exploration and Licensing Policy. This is your homework, and this survey will be undertaken in and around Mahanadi Basin in Odisha. Now recently, Petroleum Ministry was also in news because of Satat initiative. What is Satat? It is sustainable alternative towards affordable transportation. So under this initiative, CBG plants will be set up. CBG stands for compressed biogas. And recently, MOU, that is Memorandum of Understanding, was signed between this Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas and between different oil and gas marketing companies to set up such CBG, that is compressed biogas plants. The Union government has a target of 5,000 CBG plants by 2023-24. The Mutual Agreement Procedure, that is MAP, between India and which country has won the OECD MAP 2019 award for the highest agreement ratio. So the MAP, that is Mutual Agreement Procedure between India and Japan, has won this OECD MAP award. What is OECD? It is Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. The headquarters of OECD is in Paris in France. In fact, the Secretariat of FATF is located in the headquarters of OECD. What is FATF? It is Financial Action Task Force. OECD was also in news because of PISA. It is a program for international student assessment, and India is going to take part in the upcoming PISA. Now OECD was also in news because of BEPS initiative. BEPS stands for Base Erosion and Profit Shifting. The agreement to establish African Continental Free Trade Agreement was signed in which year? So it was signed in 2018 in Kigali in Rwanda, and it is expected to become operational from 1st of January in 2021. So this is a free trade agreement signed by the African countries. Now recently, Africa Industrialization Day was celebrated, and it was on 20th of November. On the other hand, 20th of November was also celebrated as World Children's Day. 19th of November was celebrated as World Toilet Day and World Philosophy Day. On the other hand, Aviation Safety Awareness Week will be celebrated from 20th of November to 27th of November, and this will be celebrated by AAI, that is Airport Authority of India. Apart from that, National Pharmacy Week was celebrated from 16th of November to 22nd of November, and the theme of this year's National Pharmacy Week was Pharmacist, Frontline Health Professionals. So, National Pharmacy Week was celebrated from 16th of November to 22nd of November. Debt Service Suspension Initiative is associated with which international organization? So, it is related to G20. So, this DSSI is related to G20, and recently G20 countries approved this initiative to temporarily suspend the government-to-government debt payment. That means, for the time being, debt payments are suspended in this pandemic situation. Obviously, they will be resumed after some time. Now, what is the meaning of this term? Debt payment. Suppose I have taken debt from you, so I will have to repay it. So, this is debt payment. Now, it was extended till 30th of June in 2021. Now, please remember that this debt payment is in the context of government to government. That means if one government has taken debt from another government. Now, for this year, Saudi Arabia is the president of G20. Next year, Italy will be the president, and then Indonesia in 2022, and India will organize in 2023. That means India will be the president of G20 group in 2023. Which state governor has promulgated ordinance to ban online gaming? So this was done by Tamil Nadu Governor Banwarilal Purohit. So the ordinance was promulgated to ban the online gaming in the state. Apart from this ordinance, recently Uttar Pradesh ordinance was also in news. So the ordinance powers are mentioned in Article 123 and Article 213. So Article 123 is related to ordinance powers of President. Article 213 is related to ordinance powers of Governor. Now Uttar Pradesh became the first state to bring ordinance against forced religious conversions. Apart from that, Kerala ordinance was also in news. So recently Kerala introduced section 118A in the Kerala Police Act. Please remember this section as it was quite controversial. So this was done through ordinance, and this was enacted to provide punishment for any derogatory comment online. Now this was opposed by the public on the grounds that it will be misused and it will violate the freedom of expression. So that's why Kerala Chief Minister announced that this will not be implemented. Now recently Uttar Pradesh was also in news because of Keetham lake. So this lake was included in the list of Ramsar sites. Ramsar is for wetland conservation. One more site was included. It is Lonar Lake. So now total 41 sites are in this list. Lonar Lake is in Maharashtra. Recently Maharashtra was in news as it launched new housing project, and the name of this project is Maha Awas Yojana. USA has signed an agreement with which country to establish annual economic talks for 5 years. So USA has signed agreement with Taiwan for this, and to increase the economic cooperation, the Economic Prosperity Partnership Dialogue with Taiwan was also launched by USA. Now USA was also in news because of A Promised Land. So this is a book by former US President Barack Obama. Present US President is Trump and the upcoming president is Joe Biden. Recently, he announced that Antony Blinken is going to be the new Secretary of State and John Kerry will be the Special Climate Envoy in his government. In addition to that, he announced that Avril Haines is going to be the Director of National Intelligence, and she is going to be the first woman to hold that position. India-European bilateral project India H20 was recently inaugurated by the Prime Minister in which institution? So this was inaugurated in PDPU, that is Pandit Deendayal Petroleum University, and this university is in Gujarat. So this India H20 is a project, and for this project India and European Union are collaborating, and this is a project for industrial waste, and this is a part of Horizon 2020 initiative. Indian origin economist and author Lord Meghnad Desai has resigned from a major party in which country, citing racism. So this country is UK and his party is Labour Party, and he is of Indian origin. He is well-known economist. He resigned from the UK's opposition Labour Party on the grounds of failure of party to tackle the racism, because recently the former suspended party member Jeremy Corbyn was readmitted into the party, and that's why Meghnad Desai decided to resign. It is important to note that EHRC, that is Equality and Human Rights Commission of UK, found Jeremy Corbyn guilty of unlawful acts. Now, coming back to UK Parliament. So, in UK Parliament there are two houses. One is House of Lords and one is House of Commons. So, this is like our Lok Sabha, this is like our Rajya Sabha. And the seat of UK Parliament is in Westminster and it is in London. So, these were the most important questions. Now, we are going to cover important news. So, first and foremost news is that recently Andhra Pradesh started Aqua Bazaar and Aqua Hub project. So, this was launched to increase the fish consumption. World Fisheries Day was celebrated on 21st of November. Now, next topic is 48th International Emmys. So, Indian web series Delhi Crimes has won the best drama series in this 48th International Emmys. So, this was a series on Netflix. In addition to that, Billy Barrett has won the Best Actor Award in this 48th International Emmys. Next is Section 69A of IT Act. So, this was in news because using this section, the government blocked 43 mobile applications including AliExpress, Alipay, Camcard, etc. Next is Atal Academy. So, it stands for AICTE Training and Learning Academy. So, this was in news because recently MOE, that is Ministry of Education, opened 46 such Atal Academy to train teachers for higher education institutions. Next is Umang app. So recently, Ravi Shankar Prasad, the Union Minister for Electronics and Information Technology, launched the international version of Umang mobile app. This is a mobile app for unified government services. What does that mean? It means all the services provided by the government can be easily accessed through this mobile application. And Umang stands for Unified Mobile Application for New Age Governance. Next is Negative Yield Bond. So that means as an investor, if you are going to purchase these bonds, you will get less money as compared to what you have invested. So these are the instruments that offer to pay the investor a maturity amount lower than the purchase price. Why it was in news recently? Because recently China sold these negative yield debt for the first time and various investors from Europe invested in it. Now why you are going to invest if you will get less money as compared to your original amount? Because right now the situation is of pandemic and therefore people are investing to protect their capital from significant erosion. Next is KC1. So KC1 is a chairperson of ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization. Recently he was given the doctorate. So he was given the Doctor of Science honorary doctorate, and this was given by Visvesvaraya Technical University. Now it is important to note that Sir Visvesvaraya is prominent Indian personality and his birthday is on 15th of September, and on this occasion the Engineers Day is celebrated in our country. Next is electric vehicles. So to promote electric vehicles in our country, the government is planning to set up electric vehicle charging systems at around 69,000 petrol pumps across the country. For the promotion of electric vehicle, we have FAME scheme. Next is Manta Urban Cooperative Bank. So recently RBI imposed limitations on this bank, and RBI imposed 6 months ban on this bank. Now this bank will not be able to provide new loan without the permission of RBI, and it will not be able to renew the existing loans, plus it will not be able to make any investment. Recently RBI also put limitations on Lakshmi Vilas Bank. Next is International Cherry Blossom Festival. So every year this festival is organized in Shillong. It is the capital of Meghalaya, and this time it was supposed to be 5th edition, but it was cancelled due to COVID-19 pandemic. Next is Gale crater. So this is a crater on Mars. Now Curiosity rover found that there were evidence of floods in this crater on Mars, and this Curiosity rover is from NASA, that is the space agency of USA. NASA stands for National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Next is Surbhi Arogya Sala. So it is cow hospital, and this is first cow hospital in Northeast, and it is in Assam. To be specific, it is in the Dibrugarh district of Assam. Recently Assam was also in news as former Chief Minister of Assam, Tarun Gogoi, passed away. So these were the most important events. Thank you, and that's all for the day.